JB, my boss told me to keep it clean, so I gotta keep it clean. Nah, you know what? I got a few stories. Well, you know what though? I saw Eric Burns and Randy Johnson. Eric Burns had a TV show on Fox back then. And me and Randy was the only two on the training table doing spring training. And I knew Eric Burns had a show. And I told Eric, I said, EB, you might want to run it by Randy right quick, because you know how he gets sometimes. Anything can just take him off and he goes off. Like, oh no, I got it, old dog, I'm good. Cool. Eric Burns brought like 8 miniature, beautiful bulldogs, whatever you call them, the things. I'm scared of dogs. I don't like dogs. I'm scared of them. So they come running through the clubhouse. Randy is icing his arm and getting a massage. And I'm saying to myself, here it is. So Randy took a towel. I closed my eyes immediately. I said, here we go. He threw a towel at me. Oh no! I acted like I didn't feel it. You heard me. I said, what's up, RJ? Those dogs in the clubhouse? I said, yeah. He said, God, hold on. He told Craig Crenshaw, who's our trainer, let me get it. I said, RJ, time out. Don't do it. Listen to me. Eric Burns has a show this morning. What the? You mean a show? This is the big leagues. He ain't trying to be Hollywood. Get traded to the God Dodgers then. I said, oh, Jesus. I said, you know what? He said, it's your fault. I said, RJ, how's it my fault? Now he fussing at me. He said, you're the captain of the squad. You're the leader of the team. I said, you a future first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, in the meantime, the dogs are running through. And RJ has totally flipped this thing on me. So we sitting on the edge of the tables, you know, his feet on the ground, my feet dangling, you know. He's fussing at me, so I had to say, you know what? I'm not going to get mad at you today. I'm not going to fuss with you. You get your old bones ready for the spring training game, and I'm going to talk to Eric Burns. So Eric Burns had to make the dogs leave, and the show had to get canceled for the day. So now Fox is mad. Now Eric is not only mad at RJ, Eric blows up at me. I said, first of all, y'all not going to make this about me. This is my show, and Randy's a future ballot Hall of Famer. Go talk to him. So Burns is like, I'm not talking to I'm talking to you. You the captain. I said, so all the things fall back on me. It's your show. So I said, RJ, come out in the locker room, because he's on the 3 there. And RJ came out, him and Eric had a little sit-down talk. It wasn't too friendly, so I had to step in, so that's the way that went. So, it's pretty good. Oh, well, when I was in AAA, I was in Syracuse, New York. That's where the Toronto Blue Jays AAA team is. Hey, who was that say woo? And we were playing the Ottawa Lynx, which was the Montreal Expos AAA team, and lo and behold, I didn't know I was going to get called up that night. And the manager asked me before the game, Omar Malavate, hold on, make sure you have your blue spikes. And I'm saying, dude, I got my blue spikes. I did not have my blue spikes because I didn't feel like putting them in, you know? Just in case we want to get called, we get called up. We already had our blue cleats for the Blue Jays. I didn't have any of that stuff. I didn't have no blue coat, no blue spikes. So after the game was over, we won the game. So what I like to do after we win was, I like to kind of go skinless, clothesless, and run around the locker room a few times. And then the manager walks out and say, oh no. And I'm like, oh, we just won the game. Like, I need to see you in my office. Put some clothes on before you come in here. Yes, sir. But that was the day they called me up to the big leagues of Toronto, and that was one of the greatest moments in AAA that I can remember. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had a very unique childhood. My dad played for the Blue Jays, for the Yankees. He played over in Japan, and he coached for the Mariners and the Astros. So I traveled around a lot. I got to be around a lot of my heroes growing up, which was really cool. And you're a kid, so you kind of take it for granted. But then you look back, you're like, man, like some of the experiences I had, it's really cool. And I think it really prepared me for my career. But I would say probably the coolest memory I have. I was a huge King Griffey Jr. fan growing up. I mean, he was it to me. He was all over my room. Like that was who I wanted to be. And when he was, I think he was 20 or 21 at the time. They were playing in New York, and Randy Johnson was pitching. My dad had 199 home runs, so he needed one more for his 200th career. We're sitting in the stands at the old Yankee Stadium with my mom and Griffey's dad sitting right in front of us. And my dad hits a bomb in the left center. Griffey runs from the right center field gap to the left center field gap. Takes 3 steps up the wall, jumps up, catches it, comes running in. You've probably seen the catch. After the game, we're standing there. The old Yankee Stadium, the visiting team and the home team used to come out the same exit. So I'm sitting there playing with my friends, waiting for my dad to come out. And junior walks out, and I was like 7 or 8 at the time. I don't know what I was thinking, but I walk up to him and I'm like furious, like, "Hey, you robbed my dad of a home run." Food off my table. So he goes, "You're Jesse's kid?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, follow me." So he takes me back into the clubhouse, signs a couple balls for me, signs a bat, a jersey, and then I still have a picture that we took that night. And then ever since then, he was awesome. He was like family. He would send me, I wear Griffey cleats in high school. He was awesome. So that's probably my best moment.
So I'm coming from, Emily said, 14 seasons with the Stocks and Ports. They're affiliated with the Oakland A's that the entirety of that time. And I got to work with the great Keith Lippman, who was, I think the dean of farm directors, 27 seasons. He was amazing. So Josh did his first season in that capacity, taking the job over from Mike Bell. You spent the last couple of seasons as Mike's top assistant. What did you learn from Mike that will kind of help you and that has helped groom you to take this next step?
I learned a lot from Mike. It's nice because right now I'm the farm director and name only O-Dog does all the work.
Did you go? Does he know that? Yeah. It's very well known. It's very well known. I'm going to Arizona. You'll see me working really, and truly hard.
No, Mike Bell was awesome. He was there, I think, for 14 years. And I think the biggest thing that I learned from him is just how he treated people. He was just as genuine a person as you ever meet. Cared about everybody as a person, as players and staff, and people really responded well to him. And I know I probably missed him more than anybody. We still talk whenever I talked to him this morning. So that's been a big help. And then just having all the good people that he put in place, knowing that it's not like I have to try and reinvent the wheel here. We got such a good system in place, just got to keep it rolling.
We got a third mic. Oh, okay.
Really close so we can't hear you.
He's not used to it. I got it.
Well, did you ever think you'd be doing what you're doing now, being a Major League Farm Director? It's pretty prestigious.
Yeah, I mean, no. I don't even think, when you're playing, you don't think anything beyond your playing days, and then one day it's gone, and you're like, what's next? So I scouted for Dave Stewart, who's a good friend, and I was fortunate enough for him to bring me in when he was general manager here, and he let me do a lot of different things. I've scouted, I've done stuff in the office, and when this opportunity came up, I was really excited for it. But like I said, it was nothing I ever thought of, but it's funny, my whole life, my whole career has kind of led me here, so it makes a lot of sense.
I will be having a podcast come out at the end of February, and it's mostly my first few segments really have to do with youth sports, and not just the kids, super dads and the moms. That's really, and truthfully, to be honest with you, that's killing the game, because parents don't let coaches coach. Parents want to be in the dugout. My son throws 80 miles an hour. He should be starting pitcher. Why can't my son be a shortstop? This is the big dog in the organization right here. I have many guys that I scout draft, and they be like, "Oh, it's shortstop." Nah, I see him at third base. None of you parents gonna come to him and say, "You drafted my son, but he played shortstop ever since I had him in Little League." And I promise you, Barfield said, "Well, you know what? We can release him, and you can take it back where you come from." So I'll be, and I have a 14-year-old son myself, and he's on the first podcast with me. And I know a lot of you parents. How many guys in here play in the big leagues? They're sitting in here. None. How about college? None. How about high school? Maybe 2, right? So why are you trying to live your dream through your son or your daughter by pressing them, by pushing them to the point where you're building a bridge between them and then making them hate the game even more? So first of all, let them be kids. Let them enjoy the game. Don't try to live your dream through them, because you yourself, nobody here raised their hand. Nobody. So don't make them big leaguers at 11 years old. "Oh man, super dad, my son threw 85 from 54 feet. So what? Who cares?"
At least, our last question for Josh, your vision for the farm system under your stewardship for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just building on what we've already established and continuing to drive. We implement a lot of technology, and there's a lot of data and stuff now, but I think the core of it is just the people, the staff that we have, the connections that we make, the relationships that we develop, and everybody's so invested in these kids, like Doug said, from day one, whether you're a first-round pick or whether you're a fifth-year senior sign. and just continue to pour into these guys, because whether they make it to the big leagues or not, like, we still, they're family to us. They're just like having 200 kids, and we want what's best for them, like we said, if that's playing or if that's going into the world, into the job force. So just continue to pour into the guys and hopefully produce some pretty good big leaguers.
I'm so excited to get to know you guys better. How about a round of applause, please?